Welcome back everybody, thank you for watching another video. Today I'm going to show you how to brew the perfect cup of coffee using the Hario V60. And as always guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase any of the items mentioned in this video, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Of course, the first thing you're going to need is a Hario V60 kit. It comes with the glass pot here, the plastic filter dripper, and a bunch of filters. Next up, you're going to need a good scale because you have to weigh your beans to make sure you got the right amount that you would like, as well as the amount of water. Next up, if you're going to be buying whole beans and grinding them down yourself, you need a grinder. And the last thing you're going to need is something to heat your water up. Now, these electric kettles, you can set the temperature to where you want. I really like it. And this specific model is a gooseneck, and it really is going to help you control the flow of water and the placement in the filter. So I heavily recommend this one. All right, here's a coffee we're going to be grinding up. This is by Royal Kona. If you haven't had this stuff, it's really delicious. This is a medium roast. So with that, my personal taste is I'm going to go with 18 grams. Normally for dark roast, I'll go with something like 15 grams. But let's get that measured out. Make sure this is at 0. All right, let me get my container here. I'm going to tear that up. All right. Go with 18 grams. Man, that coffee smells so good. And take a few out. All right, let's grind it up. All right, now this is actually a spice grinder by Krups. And I have a separate one for that. And the way this works is there's a blade down in there, and you just activate it by pressing that, and the blade spins around that way. And what most people do is that they'll kind of shake it and grind it at the same time. So let's get these coffee beans in here. And we're going to go for a medium fine, about the size of kosher salt. And that should give us the right grain texture. On the topic, you don't want to make the grains too small, and you don't want to make them too big. That's why that medium fine is just about right. Yeah, just about right. I'll hit it a couple more times and we should be good. Alright, so here is some kosher salt. Right, so we want to get it to be just like that. And we can see that's pretty close. Alright, and the reason you want to have it like this is if you go too fine, when you pour your grains into the filter, you're not going to have a lot of water flow. You're going to have way too much surface contact, and the water is going to stay in contact with the grains too long, and you're going to have a real bitter and overpowering taste. Now on the other side, if you grind it too big, the water is just going to flow straight through the grains, straight through the filter, and you're not going to have enough contact time as well as less contact surface to go with. So finding that in between, normally this size is going to do pretty good. All right, next up we're going to prep the filter. So first thing is we're going to just fold this right on this lined area, and that'll prepare it for fitting into the filter holder just like that. Right, so we'll get the pot down here, put that on here, and then just place that right in here. Right, so I've heated some water here in the kettle, and I'm just going to run some water through it here. So number one, it washes off that that papery taste, as well as getting it to stick to the sides. And now we can see just how valuable that gooseneck is. You can be so accurate with the placement of that. All right, the filter has been prepped. Last thing we got to do is boil 250 grams of water, and I just happened to know because the last time I did it, I just marked this water bottle. Gonna fill it up to there and dump it in the kettle. Now, if you're gonna be making 2 cups, just double everything. But right now, just waiting for the water to boil. And just to show you the awesomeness of this electric kettle, gonna make sure that it's already set for 205. And that's it. You just let it go. No guesswork. Alright, I've started putting the coffee grains into the filter here, and I just want to make sure that levels out. One other thing too is for the grinder, you're going to get a lot of kind of grains caught up there in the corner, so it's a good idea to have just a brush to get it out of there, and you can just tilt that over and brush it into the filter. Alright, we got the 18 grams of coffee beans in the filter. We have 250 grams of water in the kettle. We're supposed to go with 3 pours, going with 50 grams and 150, then finish it off with 50. And it matters kind of how you put that water in there. So we're going to start in the middle to begin with. We're going to dump that first 50 in there. We're going to look for some bubbles coming out with that bloom. And there you see that nice little bubbling in there. So that right there, that should be about 50. I prefer just to swish it around. You can see the gas is releasing, and that's supposed to last about 40 seconds or so, but I don't normally wait that often. Beautiful pattern in here. Now we're going to start from the outside. We're going to go with the 150 here, just taking it from the outside in. Don't go too high because you don't want to clog the filter. That should be right there. See it just draining slowly. Shouldn't see too much big bubbles escaping. The bloom, the original, the first pour should have taken care of that. And now that leaves us with just about 50 more grams. Again, starting from the edges. And this is why having that gooseneck spout is so important. Is to make sure that you don't blow those grains all over the place. Just about out. And that's it. Just let that drain all the way down. Let me give you a quick look at what that bottom of the filter looks like. Almost like you want to scoop in there and eat it like some chocolate. Don't do it. All that's left is to taste your coffee, and if you really want to take it to the next level, you got to check out these coffee tasting glasses by Crew. They really amplify the smell and the taste of the coffee. We'll stop it right there. You can just see straight through that, man. Look at the color. Give that a smell for you guys here. Yeah, there's just deep, pretty dark. You can see just the color of the brownness on the top there. The shape of this glass really filters the smell into your nose. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Medium roast. You get just the amount of acidity and a little bit of fruitiness on there, versus a dark roast where all you taste is a lot of char. You get a lot more character with a lighter roast. But yeah, that's it. Hario V60. Not hard at all. Well, alright guys, it's as easy as that. That's how you use the Hario V60 to make an awesome pot of coffee. There still ain't nothing wrong with using K-Cups, but if you want to take it to the next level, pick up a Hario V60, and if you got the budget for it, pick up some of these Crew glasses because they really do make a difference. Alright guys, that's the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase any of the items mentioned in this video, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.